Howdy folks, Daniel Rubino here with Windows Phone Central. I'm just going to give you guys a quick look here at the 6 big new independent games that arrived today on Windows Phone 8. Is a big deal only because these are the first new games to sort of utilize the new engines and developer tools for Windows Phone 8. So for instance, Sixth Planet here has actually been out for about 18 months on iOS. It's a pretty popular game, but now it's brought to Windows Phone 8. Now what makes it significant, of course, was how fast they were able to do it and maintain all of the good and great graphics of this. So you have a story mode here. We're going to continue that. So this game is a lunar lander slash comic. It's actually got like little comic cut screens that tell a story, and then in between you're supposed to land your craft. It is challenging. I'm on a more advanced level right here, so I'm just going to quickly show you. You're not going to get the probably see me actually land the craft though, because it is kind of difficult, but let's give it a go. So using these controls, you get your little thrusters. If you use both of them, you can kind of hover. And if you see that green dot in the center, that's actually my fuel. And now I got a meteor coming, and unfortunately I hit that. But the goal, of course, is to land on that platform over there in a nice controlled fashion. And that's basically the game. It's challenging, it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of tricks as the levels go on. There's a lot of traps and everything, but it's definitely a pretty interesting game. Fling Theory is actually already available on Windows 8, so if you have a Surface or Windows 8 computer, you can go and get that game there for that platform. But now it's also been brought over to Windows Phone 8, and we're starting to see this a little bit more now with game developers who are co-developing. You know, Galaxy Rain is one of those, Brotherhood of Violence is another. And so Fling Theory is a fun puzzle type game. And you got your typical Angry Bird style layout where you pick your different levels and you got to complete it in a certain way. This game though focuses on being atoms, both positive and neutral and all this kind of stuff, and it's very sciencey. You can see though the graphics are great, and the goal here is you want to shoot yourself right there and try to land into that yellow tube, but you won't be able to, so you got to figure out a way to disrupt that. Now I'm getting close. There we go. And now I've disrupted that. Now I can shoot myself over there. And then you just continue on to the next level. So it's kind of cool. You pop out through the tube. And that's basically the game. But you can manipulate things. You can change positive to neutral and make more puzzles come out. It's actually a lot of fun. And if you're a big puzzle fan and you like challenging games, sort of like Feed Me Oil and those kind of things, you're going to totally love this. The graphics are like some of the best I've seen. And it's just a lot of fun to play. Propel Man is pretty fun. It's one of those games where you kind of have to collect coins, and in order to advance you got to upgrade your equipment, so in that sense it's a little frustrating. It's not like a straight story game. But if you like kind of physics, so you're a guy here in a little slingshot, and you can upgrade your vehicle, you can upgrade your suit, your parachute, and then you hold down the button and you pick your velocity and angle. And then it's going to shoot you, and you have to go as far as you can. And then release your parachute. Now, I didn't go very far there, and that's because this game often requires you to go buy things. For instance, I'm going to pick up some rockets. And then we'll go back. And now when I'm flying, I can give myself an extra boost. And there are coins. And I didn't go far enough yet there either. But every time you do one of these, even if you fail, you still get coins and you can collect things. And so the idea, of course, is to upgrade your equipment. You can, of course, cheat and just buy coins if you want to. And then, you know, get all the advanced equipment. It's a fun game. I mean, it's done well, but it's not going to be for everybody because this isn't like a straight up, you know, regular story game. It's going to be one of those we have to kind of keep coming back to. For those of you folks who love word games, you'll definitely want to check out Ruzzle. It's very similar to Wordament, actually, but it's got a cool kind of cartoony effect to it. And you can see it shows my account and information, even my little picture on the tile, which is kind of a nice touch. So Ruzzle is a really good game because it allows you to interact with Facebook and Twitter, and you can invite friends and challenge them, do all that kind of stuff. So in that sense, it's a little bit more widespread than Wordament. There's a practice mode built in. You have active games from, you know, people that you've challenged and achievements here. And so you can also have, you know, specific Ruzzle friends or random opponent. We'll just do practice mode right now. And so it's exactly what you think it would be. You got to try to find words and you get, you know, credit for them. So, no, not too much pressure here. Oh, I'm not doing that though. Oh, come on. Hey, it has my name, so that's pretty good. But you kind of get the idea there. So that is Ruzzle. It's a really good and popular, you know, word game out there. So also should be a lot of fun for users, especially now you can interact with people across platforms. Orcs Must Survive. Pretty much a very similar game to Plants vs. Zombies. Also pretty good tutorial on here. The graphics also very good, although they're small. It's a pretty tight game where there's a lot of stuff going on there. So you can see now I'm setting up my orcs, and here comes some knights, and they're going to fight. And this is basically the game. It's a strategy sort of, you know, tower game where you got to try to block certain enemies. You also can upgrade your orcs, and they collect meat from when they kill people. Now press the kitchen knife. Finally, last but not least, we have Temple Run. That is the tile right there, but I have a pre-release version that's obviously a little glitchy. But Temple Run is one of the most hotly anticipated games to come to Windows Phone. It was announced last October, and it's finally great to see it. It is a sort of first-person runner game. We don't have really these on Windows Phone, so this is kind of a big deal. Now look at just how excellent these graphics are. This is the reason why it couldn't come earlier. It's because they needed these game engines, basically. So let me just get into it. If you've never played it. Yeah. It's a very addicting game, and a lot of people love playing it. Unfortunately, I got attacked by monkeys, but as the goal of the game, you can move left, right, you jump over things, you can slide, and you need to escape those monkeys while collecting coins. And in doing so, you get a high score. So that is Temple Run. It is a silly game, but it's a very addicting game, and I think a lot of people on mobile love playing it. And so it's finally great to see it land on Windows Phone as we're finally making it into the mainstream.